Now, for our last problem or sample problem, we have Ray runs 30 feet north, 30 feet west, and then 30 feet south. So, we label first. This is north, south, east, and then west. Now, our starting point is here. So, Ray starts here to run to north. Paingon siya sa north, in which ang iyang idagan dinha is 30 feet. 30 feet. Pagabot niya point, niadto na po siya paingon sa west. So, ang west, di paingon man ana. So, paingon tangad to, west. Okay? So, 30 feet gihapon. Pag-abot niya ani nga portion or ani nga area, ani nga point, paingon na po siya sa west. Paingon siya sa south. I'm sorry. So, ang south na to is paubos. So, from here, paingon to sa south. Notice ha, 30 feet gihapon. And this distance, paingon is 30 feet. So, from here also, 30 feet ram po rin gidan paingon sa south. So, kutob rasad ta diri nga portion. Dapita. Okay? So, for distance, muna siya ang movement ni Ray, no? For distance, ato makalculate as distance equals to 30 feet when he goes to north plus another 30 feet paingon siya sa west and another 30 feet paingon siya ngadto sa south. So ang atong distance is equal to 90 feet. So mao na ang atong distance. The displacement on the other hand, so displacement on the other hand is the change of the position of the object that moved. So from the starting point up to the final point in which the object rested. Now from here to here, kaya mo man yung final nga destination. So pila man na nga kaya nang measure din ha. So gikan din ha pa yun din ha, it does not form a right triangle. Therefore, ang atoang nga kuan dili ta mo gamit tong Pythagorean theorems like sa second nga problem. But we are just going to measure it from here to here, in which tupong na siya ari nga ang iyang measure is also 30 feet. So, displacement is equal to, or you can write it D, is equal to 30 feet. And then, ang iyahang kaya na ang, what is this? Ang iyahang direction is west. So, ang imong displacement is 30 feet of west. On page 149 of your book, we have another term that describes an motion or movement of an object, which is speed. Speed is the rate at which an object moves. So, the formula used to measure the speed of an object is speed equals to the distance traveled over time elapsed. Or in symbol, this is V, which stands for speed, D for the distance traveled, and T is for time elapsed. But if you are going to look for the time instead of speed, you may use the formula T equals to the distance over the speed given. Or if you are asked to get for the distance, so we have D equals to the speed times the time. Now, for example, calculate the speed for this equation or for this scenario. If a cyclist moves 30 km in 2 hours, what is its speed? So, that is V equals to the distance is 30 kilometers over time elapsed is 2 hours. So, V is equal to 30 divided by 2 is 15 kilometer per hour. So, that's simple lang pag-compute sa speed. And if you're asked to get for the time or the distance instead of speed, so you just use the other formula which I have given to you in the previous slide. Now, there is what we call as a constant speed. Constant speed is attained when there is an equal change in an equal time interval. A body that moves at a constant speed is said to be in uniform motion, just like this picture. Okay, so take a look at with the car. So there is only one car on this picture, but it is in different frames. So that means that this car that starts in 0 or nagstay pa na siya 0 minutes man. After 1 minute, it reached to 1 kilometer. And after another minute, after 2 minutes, it reached for additional 1 kilometer. And for after 3 minutes, another 1 kilometer. Additional to what it reached on the previous minutes. So, for every minute, as it travels, makaabot siya og 1 kilometer. Mo na gitawag nga constant speed. Therefore, this car is traveling in uniform nga motion. Kay as nag-travel siya, uniform, walay changes sa iyaha nga kakusgon. So, mo na gitawag og constant speed. But, naturally, ang usa ka kaya na ang object, most of the time, okay, it does not travel in uniform motion or kaya na ang unsay nga ani nga dili gyud mauso bang iyaha nga speed or kakusgon. Normally, ang mga vehicles, motor vehicles or kaya nang any nga mga moving nga object, different ang ilang speed at certain time sa ilang nga travel or journey. So, natay gitawag nga average speed. The average speed is calculated by dividing the total distance traveled by the total time spent in traveling, and thus it gives us the average speed of the car. So, ang average speed, so ang V represents speed no. So, ang imong V natay dash sa ibabaw gibutang to indicate that it is what we call as average speed. Still, distance over time elapsed. Okay? For example, a car takes 5 hours to travel 842 km. Calculate for the average speed. Because ang car nga nag-travel for 5 hours, dili, so normally, along the way, na tayo nga muhinay siya or mukusog siya. So, we determine sa iyang average nga speed. So, average speed equals to distance over time. So, ang atong distance is 842 kilometers divided by 5 hours. So, ang ato ang average speed is 168.4 kilometer per hour. By the way, speed is usually expressed in the unit of kilometer per hour, meter per second. So, mo na gitawag na to mga speed. Now, instantaneous speed. From the word instant. Instantaneous speed is the speed of an object measured at a particular time. Motor vehicles use speedometers to measure the instantaneous speed of moving vehicles. So, what pasabot sa instantaneous speed? Kanang you look at the speed of the motor vehicles at certain time, at a particular time. So, for example, at that time when I look at it, so mao ni siya ang iyang kakusgon 20 km per hour. So mo to gitawag nato instantaneous speed. Ang kasagaran ang sa mga motor vehicles, ang ilang ginagamit to measure this is the speedometer. So mao ni siya ang speedometer. So, accelerated and decelerated motion. When we say acceleration, it is the change in velocity for every unit of time. So, when we say velocity, kindly refer na lang sa inyuhang page 151. Wala man din ako ma-appeal ang velocity sa kanang PowerPoint. So, kindly refer na lang on page 151. Difference between velocity and speed is that velocity includes kaya na ang the direction at which kaya na ang the object is moving towards or forward. So, ang change in velocity sa acceleration is what we call as, the change in the velocity for an object is what we call as an acceleration. When we say deceleration, it is the decrease. May ka-acceleration na pakusog. Deceleration is pahinay. So, the formula in finding the acceleration of an object is A equals to the so the change in velocity over the change in time. Or, gitawag natin siya equal furtherness yan. Change of velocity equals to velocity final minus velocity initial. Mo na 0. Dayon, time final minus time initial. So, in problem solving, we use this formula like this. Please refer to page 154 of your book. Naadihay figure 8-7. Kita mo anang motor of an accelerating car. So natay car din ha ang anak-anam og ka kusog. Ang iya nga pag-move. Okay. Now, acceleration is equal to the velocity final minus the velocity initial. Now, on this case, sa inyong nga book, ang ato ang velocity final, tanaw ng V sa ubos, we have 30 km per hour. Mo na yung last, no? It starts with 0. Syempre, wala pa man siya ni start. Ang iyang starting is ang iyang at rest. So, wala pa man siya kakusgon. So, 0. Mo nang 30 km per hour minus 0. Over. So, tanaw ang time frame sa ato ang figure. So, ang final niyang time is 6 seconds. Tapos, nag-start siya by 0 seconds, of course. So, 6s minus 0. Therefore, the acceleration of the car is 30 km per hour minus 0 is 30 km per hour over 6 seconds minus 0 is 6 seconds or gihapon. So, our acceleration is 5 km per hour per second. Okay? So, that is read as 5 kilometers per hour per second. That is acceleration of the car. Now, refer to figure 8-8. After 6 seconds, nag-adam na siya kahinay since ang ato nga car is pahunong na siya. Muna gitawag na to deceleration. Now, what is the acceleration of the car in figure 8-8 when it starts to decelerate at the end of the 6th second? So, ang ato nga final tungkol kay pahunong naman siya is syempre katong nihunong na siya. Therefore, mo nang 0. Minusa nato sa iyahang starting katong kinakusgan pa niya starting velocity which is 30 km per hour over ang atong final nga second is 9 seconds and the deceleration starts from 6 seconds. So that is acceleration equals to negative 30 km per hour. Ganun negative na ma'am? Because it is 0 minus 30. So, dalonin mo ang negative sign kay mas dako man ang imong giminus kaysa imong giminusan. Then, divided by 3 seconds since 9 minus 6 is 3. Therefore, negative 30 divided by 3 is negative 10 kilometer per hour per second. In deceleration, since pahunong man ta, that is why it is indicated by the minus nga sign. So, I think mao na mga most of or part of our lesson diha that needs explaining, and the rest I am going to give it to you as to self-study by reading sa mga details sa atong book. If you have any question or first if you have confusions as to how ginasolve ang mga problems given, you may go back to the video and play it again. Itong mga kanaang demonstration of how to solve the problems. In case nga maglisod sa gyud gihapon, you can ask me through sa ato ang mga pamaagi through baka sa ato ang messenger, or you're going to contact me through my cell phone number. Okay, so that would be all for this time. Thank you.